Hello everybody, this is Japhet from the Art of Trading. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the channel if you're new here. And for today, we're gonna look at the trending stocks objectively and see where price action takes us. So before we get into that, let's look into our index. So we'll start with the index before the trending stocks and see what it did today. So for today, we did lose about 89 points on our index, or negative 1.31%. Still quite a lot of net foreign selling today, but we do see our candlestick move on the downside, quite huge actually. So it tried to break back in but got rejected by the 6800 level, and then it reacted negatively and now it's pushing on the downside. So the bias for our index is still on the downside, bearish momentum, and it would want to definitely touch the 6600 level as it finds hopefully a level of support there. So if we zoom out, that's our current level of support that we're targeting for it to stop going down, but it really does want to test it and hopefully slows down right around that area, so we could be looking at a brighter or like a more positive outlook for the market. So for our first stock, we have Dito, who bounced quite huge today, but it still still got rejected on this level of support. So this support area is now a resistance after it pushed below yesterday and pierced through. So this 10 peso level to 10.9 is still a resistance for Dito, even with a massive move on the upside, up 16% and close at 10.5 with a positive net foreign. So that's a good move on the upside. And if it does break back up, and if it breaks back up and builds some level of support right here on our range that we have specified, that would be a good look for Dito to be moving on the positive side. But good day today with all these green. Yeah, most of our trending stocks are on green today, so that's pretty good. But yes, that's it for Dito. So good move on the upside, and I think that's similar to APL for today, up 26%, closing in at 2080. It's breaking back in to this support level, and if it does consolidate right here, that would be the best. So it could attempt to break this downtrend right here. So this could just be a break back in and potentially settling here and retesting this downtrend, so gotta be careful. But if it does break back into this level right here, at around, what is this, 2350. So if that does hold up and it breaks back up here, that would be a definite continuation of the uptrend right here. Or it would have have the momentum right now going on the upside. But right now it's still trying to decide whether it wants to stay on this range, but definitely a bigger range now, because it did settle right below here. It did react on this level, so we could say that that is a solid support for this one as well. So we shall see what happens, because this same thing could happen where it bounced inside and then consolidated and then did what it wanted to do. But for now, we shall see, because it could just range here a little bit and retest these highs. So still be careful, because we're still on this downtrend right here. That's a massive resistance to break at around 2350. So watch out for that. I think similar to Dito, yeah. With Dito, it has to break this downtrend right here for it to be a certified uptrend. So we shall see APL and Dito doing kind of similar things, as well as PHA, I believe. So yes, it did break back into here. That's a massive move as well on the upside, and we could be looking for it to retest our downtrend right here on the daily time frame. So just for more context on that, it broke back into the support level. It did, and there was a positive move on the upside, but this could just be a pullback, and you know, it could still be ranging right here before it does break this downtrend, either through consolidation on the sideways movement or with a powerful move on the upside. So we shall see what it does and what it wants to do. Same situation once again with DITO and APL. So up next we have who I think did a similar thing as well, but this one bounced right back up. So since I was mentioning the overextension on the downside, this could also just be pulling back into these areas, and maybe retesting this downtrend line. It would definitely want to retest that for sure. But yeah, right now good bounce on this level at 4.58 for and up next we have ACEN, who also closed positively at 6.88 or positive almost 1%. Good move. And for ACEN, this one's ahead of everybody because it already tested this downtrend and already at this resistance now at 6.92. So it could react from there, either negatively, or it could push above and settle. So yeah, if it does push above, we hope that, you know, it could create some level of support here in this zone range that we have specified since a while back now at 6.92 to around 7. Yeah, to around 7.2. So we shall see what happens. Those are the two scenarios, but for now let's see where BSE also went. So BSE also did pretty much the same thing. It wants to retest this downtrend, too much slope right there. So yes, the overextension that I was talking about, it was overextended. It was only normal for it to move up and touch this right here, touch our downtrend, and see whether it breaks above or breaks below. So we shall see what it wants to do. And yeah, as long as you have your strategy on this one and your cut loss points if things go south, but right now it's just so indecisive. Yeah, so we shall see what it does. Best case scenario here is also just a range or a sideways movement along this area, trying to break this downtrend through consolidation. So that's been the same story for the last 6 trending stocks. So they're basically just moving sideways for now and hoping that this level becomes a level of support. The same with the other stocks that we saw earlier with ACEN. Hopefully this is a level of support because we saw a bounce there. The same with I believe, support right there. And then PHA also, hopefully this becomes a support. But yes, that's it for BSC, closing in at 0.97 or up 15%. And let's move to our next one with DAVIN. What did DAVIN do today? So DAVIN closed at 3.7 or up 17%. Good move for it today, but as expected, it was going sideways with our resistance still right there at around 3.9 level. So we shall see. definitely sideways right here for it. So at least it's slowed down, and it definitely wants to touch this downtrend line. So we shall see what it does, but for now we could just be moving on the upside and retesting these resistances. And second to the last one, we have TBGI. Yep, there we go. It's still on our support level. It did not push further, still at support level at around 47.50. It did close at exactly 47.50, or -3% for the day. So just be careful on this one. If you go into this, have your cut loss points right below 43.90. So we shall see what it does. It will do what it wants to do, but have your cut loss points right there, right below, in case it breaks this support level. So lastly, we have NIKL. What is NIKL doing? It closed at 550, or up 7.21%. 2 million positive for today on net foreign. But this is wow, we haven't reviewed this one in a while, huh? So this one had massive drops as well, kind of looking like PHA's chart if you ask me. But yes, great support level at this one, 5 to 5.1. So this, the 5.0 to 5.1 level held up pretty well, and we saw a massive move on the upside from there. So I believe this did break this downtrend line, so it is definitely hoping to break back into here and settle in this range. So hopefully it creates a support level of 5.5 with a good, pierce on the upside right here. Yeah, so we shall see what it does. We shall see what it wants to do, but great move on the upside, piercing our immediate downtrend right here and finding support at 5 peso level for NIKL. So yes, PSEI, let's take a review on this, but this video is quite short. So yeah, PSEI got rejected here on this uptrend line, is now resistance, but good moves for for Dito. Definitely could make some money. I think you can make some money when it moves up and retests the downtrend. So even if it gets rejected, if that's all your target is, could make money there too. So with APL, same thing. It could potentially just retest these downtrends. So 0.22, that's quite far and could make money going up, but it's a lot more risky for me. So yeah, I don't normally trade that, but I think all of our stock is trying to do that. Yeah, so it could be a good potential for you to make like a little bit of money trying to trade this downtrend line, because it still has a chance to get rejected right here, right around this area. But if it does, have a good support right here, it could eventually, pierce this downtrend line and break above. So we shall see what it does, but good positive moves on the upside today. Definitely a good reversal, and yeah, it's making me think that okay, maybe if I find my setups, there would be areas that I could jump back into. So yeah, let's see what it does, see what happens for PHA, but definitely pierce back into this support zone. We have this as a resistance, So we shall wait and see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is a very short video so far. If you have other questions, don't forget to ask them below in the comments section. Don't hesitate to ask me questions down below if you have a specific thing in mind that you want to ask that I might not have pointed out here on the video. Post them below. I'll try to respond to them, and I have my other socials where I could potentially post about it, and here too on Instagrams. I could post a chart on it if I didn't cover it here in the video. So comment that down below and I'll try to answer them as much as I can. And yeah, that's it for me for today. And just want to remind you to stay patient with your entries. Don't jump in too fast, especially with the volatility that we have in the market today. And be disciplined with your strategy and always strive to be consistent. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last video of the week. Tomorrow is Friday. Yeah. So I'll see you tomorrow for the last episode, or for the Friday episode of the Daily Top 10.